Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with y'all my favorite first trimester must-haves, I guess, essentials. Some of these things you're going to actually use throughout the pregnancy, but a lot of them are for the first timers, first time pregnancy, and first trimester. These are tried and true things for me. This is my fourth pregnancy. If you're new here, my name's Jessica. I'm pregnant with my fourth child. I have 2 boys and 1 girl. And let me tell you, trial and error, I have tried many things. So starting off, the first couple symptoms you're gonna get when you find out you're pregnant, or even before you find out you're pregnant, which makes you think you're pregnant. For one, you're gonna be extremely exhausted at all times. You will feel tired like no other. Number 2, you're gonna have some sort of nausea, whether it's full-on morning sickness is what they call it, but it doesn't have to happen in the morning. It could be morning, lunch, and nighttime. You're throwing up every 10 minutes, or it could be just butterflies in the stomach kind of feeling, not throwing up, but just feeling off. Either way, the best thing I recommend is before you go to bed at night, put some saltine crackers and some ginger ale on your bedside table. That way in the morning when you wake up, before your feet hit the ground, you eat 2 to 3 saltine crackers and drink a little bit of your ginger ale, and it like coats the stomach enough so that once you get up and you start moving, you don't immediately feel that feeling of, oh gosh, this is horrible. Your stomach starts feeling heavy, and then all of a sudden it starts coming up like you're gonna throw up. So I definitely recommend that. And like I said, even if you just have a little bit of nausea, it will at least get you started in the morning, so you're not immediately starting the day off on like the bad side of the bed. The wrong side of the bed. So number 2, the best thing to do is find a candy that you can suck on at that time to help you, kind of push down those symptoms. I have heard people like peppermints. I tried it one time. I just don't like peppermints, so I think that's why it didn't work for me. So I wouldn't say don't do that, because there are plenty of people that I've talked to that said peppermints really help them. For me personally, it's sour candies. So sour Jolly Ranchers, even this brand called Prego Pop. I bought it on Amazon. They come in with little suckers. I don't know what you call those, but yeah, like lollipops and little suckers that you can suck on. Those really worked for me, and they taste really yummy. So it's not like, you're eating medicine or anything like that. Now with this 4th pregnancy, I feel like with each pregnancy my nausea has gotten worse and worse. So with this one, it has been really bad, y'all. I probably have never thrown up this much in my life. So I went to my doctor and I told her that, and I was like, all these other things that I've tried before that really worked for me, they're not really cutting it right now. I still feel a little off all the time. I always feel like I'm about to run to the bathroom, and it wasn't really, just after I ate or any of those things. It could be at any moment of the day. It didn't matter what it was. So she prescribed me a medication that is safe to take when you're pregnant. So if that is you, please don't be afraid to ask your doctor about it. They do have medications that you can take when you're pregnant. If you've heard people say you can't take any medicine when you're pregnant, that is not true. Some doctors obviously like something over another, depending on your pregnancy, especially if you're high risk and all of those kinds of things. So obviously ask your doctor first, but they can prescribe you something. This is the one I got. Let's see, what is it called? Of course they taped over it. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to say this. But mine comes into this little box right here. And then the tablets, y'all can see I've already taken some. Little teeny tiny, they're just teeny tiny tablets. I mean, like barely. And you pop one open, you put it under the tongue, and you let it dissolve. And I will tell y'all, within like a second of it dissolving, immediately I felt great. So this is awesome. I'm now getting into my 2nd trimester, so I really don't have any nausea anymore, so I have quite a few left. But you just take them throughout the day. They didn't tell me anything like, oh, you can't take more than this a day or anything like that. I probably popped one in maybe 2 to 3 times a day. And like I said, they worked really, really well. All right, we're gonna move on. Another thing that starts happening, which this part sucks so bad, but it really doesn't matter what kind of person you are or what diet you have or any of those things, constipation is going to start early. And you will start noticing little things here and there that start changing, and you're like, well, that's not how it usually went. And of course, in your mind, you think, well, the baby's only this big, like, why would it have any kind of blockage or anything that makes it run slow? And it's your digestion. Your digestive system is slowing down. You're trying to give nutrients to the baby. And then as the baby grows, obviously everything gets pushed up, and then it's really trying to get through. So I will say that starts early. I would immediately start with, after you take your prenatal vitamin, make sure you're taking extra fiber. These I got on Amazon. This is Fiber Choice brand. I really like these. These are super gummy. If you're not into gummies, they have other kinds that you can take too, in a capsule and all of that. This, I think it's like take 2 of them 3 times a day. So just throughout the day, I'll pop a few in and chew them up. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is get a good stool softener. Again, usually after your first visit to your doctor, they're going to give you a list of medications that you can take while pregnant. And it'll be like, you know, if you have a fever, this is what you take. If you have a cold, this is what you take. And it'll tell you the brands and all of that. So definitely consult with your doctor. Don't take my word for all of these things. My doctor has okayed it, but that's not your doctor. So you definitely want to make sure everything's okay with your doctor. So this is the brand that I got, the Colace, I think is how you say it. But just a regular strength stool softener. It does not have a stimulant in it. They're going to give you this after you have the baby also. So this is something you'll probably be taking for quite a while. But at least that gets everything softened, helps it gets through. And then this is the thing that my doctor swears by. This milk of magnesia. I get the cherry flavor because I don't like regular. It tastes like chalk. This tastes like chalk too, just not as bad. But I drink a cup full of this every night. So that way at nighttime while I'm sleeping and I'm resting, my body can be working to try to get everything through. So with all of these products, the fiber, the extra fiber, even if you're, you know, eating good fiber in your diet, add these to them. You've got your milk of magnesia and your stool softeners. Now I wouldn't go full out and do both of these with the fiber right away because you might end up making yourself have diarrhea. But just slowly, you know, maybe you take a stool softener once a day, and then if you start seeing your body changing and it's not going as regular, then you can do this. And again, please check with your doctor first. You always want to do that. But like I said, it's probably the worst part of pregnancy is constipation, and the bigger you get, the further along you get in your pregnancy, the worse it's gonna get. And it totally sucks. But as long as you're prepared and you've got the stuff that works for you, I promise you, you'll be fine. Okay, next, what do I want to do next? Let's see. Oh yeah, let's do body stuff. So my absolute favorite tummy butter ever. And they have a tummy butter and a tummy oil. This brand, Mama Mio, is my best friend, y'all. This is my best friend. Let's get that to, there we go. Mama Mio. If you go to their site, I'll link everything that I'm showing y'all here today. Unless I cannot find a link, I will have linked down below. Mama Mio brand is seriously my favorite. They have the best tummy butter. They also have, after you have the baby, if you need a stretch mark cream, they have that. They have another thing called Lucky Legs that's like a coolant for your legs, because the bigger you get, the blood starts kind of pooling in your legs and your legs feel heavy and achy. And it really, like, especially when I worked while I was pregnant, I would rub that on my legs all day long, and it made it feel so good. So just go check it out. They have tons of great products, especially for pregnancy. It's all safe for pregnancy, all natural products. You don't have to worry about anything going through the skin to the baby. It's going to be toxic. There's no toxins in their products. Number 2 is that they have little kits depending on the trimester you're in. Even when you go into labor, they have a little kit that you can buy with all the essentials that they have ready to go. They have travel sizes together, especially, I think it's called the pregnancy bundle. It comes with the 4 best products for pregnancy, and they're a little bit like travel size. They're not tiny though, I promise you, you'll get quite a few uses out of it, but smaller ones like travel size that you can take with you in your purse or in your diaper bag or your backpack or whatever you have. Seriously, the best products. I love this stuff so much. But I opt in for the butter instead of, or like a lotion instead of a oil. I always have, I think my husband just got home. I'm losing the daylight, so I have this and I feel like the light sucks. But so I'm just gonna show y'all this stuff. Seriously is the best. Super creamy. It's thick, but it's not gonna stay on your body thick. Like, it feels so good. Oh my gosh, y'all, this stuff feels so good. And after 4 kids, again, if you don't already know this, I feel like most people do, but if you don't already know, stretch marks are genetic. People that have no stretch marks, it's because of their genes. Now, creams and stuff like this are definitely going to help, because if you're not putting any moisture on your body, then it cannot keep stretching without making stretch marks, if that makes sense. So you want to keep putting creams and oils and whatever else. Vitamin E is really, really good. So if you're not using a cream or an oil and your stomach starts stretching, the skin is going to start stretching. What's going to happen is you're going to start getting itchy, and once you start scratching, that's what pulls the skin apart and makes those stretch marks. So if you can stop yourself from scratching, or what I would do is when I started feeling like I was about to start scratching my skin, whether it's your stomach, your thighs, your hips, your boobs, I would take the lotion or the oil immediately and just start rubbing it in that area, knowing obviously if that's the area that I'm scratching or feeling itchy in, that's where the skin is starting to like stretch the most and get pretty thin. So just a tip for y'all. If you feel that itchiness, it's because the skin is trying to stretch as much as it can and it's growing with the baby. So use your creams, your oils, all of those things. Now I will say, like I said earlier, it is genetic. So just because you lather up with creams the whole pregnancy doesn't mean you're not gonna end up with any stretch marks. I'm on to my 4th child. I'll probably add another 1 or 2. Each pregnancy I had like 1 or 2 stretch marks. And then the second one, I'd add another 1 or 2 stretch marks. And then the third one, and they were all in different spots. So I will say, I wasn't one of those blessed ones that have no stretch marks after 3 babies. That didn't happen to me. But I will say that I personally think it's because of Mama Mio products. Once everything went back down, my stretch marks didn't look purple or blue or red. They are there. Like, I can see them, but if somebody else walked up to me when I was wearing my bikini, they couldn't tell that I had stretch marks. So I definitely say it's because of this stuff for sure. And like I said, I will have everything linked down below. This company, plus it also comes on Amazon also. So if you're a Prime member, it's great. You could get it the next day. Be perfect. What, baby? All right, moving on to more body lotion stuff. So my favorite lotion is actually because I use it on my kids. I love the way it feels. I love the way it smells. I like how it really locks in the moisture, and it's kind of for sensitive skin. The Calming Comfort Lotion from Aveeno Baby. This stuff seriously is amazing. So I love lavender scents too. But this stuff is so creamy, and when you're pregnant, you know how they say, oh, you glow and stuff. Some of us do and some of us don't. And I don't mean glow like people can see you glowing. I mean glow as in your hair and your scalp and your skin is dry and your face is breaking out and your hair is brittle. That can happen also, and it's not fun, but it's just hormones. And with some of my kids, I had like super long hair, super strong and shiny. My skin looked great. My skin just felt good. And then my other pregnancies, especially my last one with my daughter, all of a sudden I had the driest skin in the world. Like I kept putting lotion on and putting lotion on, and it was like 2 minutes later, I'd be scratching at my legs and looking down, and I looked ashy, and you could just see the scratch marks like I hadn't put any lotion on. So I had to start finding good lotion, good face cream for super, super dry skin. And this stuff really does the job. I promise you, if you have super dry skin, it really, really helps. So if you don't like the lavender scent, or even if you don't like this brand, just try as many as you can until you find that one. I promise you will find a brand that works for you, that makes you feel good, that you like the smell, you like the texture. It just may take trial and error like it has with me. Another thing for body and bath, this, like I said, you're gonna be exhausted that first trimester. On top of that, your body is changing, you're growing, your hips are spreading, all these things are happening. Your back, you might start getting sciatica pretty quickly. All kinds of things can start happening. So my favorite thing to do at night is to take a nice warm bath, and I always put Epsom salt in there. And then I started using, I've always used Dr. Teal's Epsom salt. I started using the Dr. Teal's foaming bath with pure Epsom salt in it, just because bubble baths are luxurious and fun with candles and that whole thing. You know, set the mood, make your whole body relaxed, your mind relaxed, feel good. In my bathroom, my husband put the TV up above the bathtub. If you watch, I'll leave it here, but I have a Mama Pamper Night, and you'll see that whole thing, my whole routine and all of that there. But I have a TV up. Thank you, hubby. So now I can really soak and watch my show that I'm watching at the moment. But this stuff is my favorite brand of Epsom salt, and now I'm in love with this coconut oil foaming, what is it called? Yeah, foaming bath. So it's a nice big bubble bath. So I definitely recommend pamper yourself as much as you can. If you have kids already like I do, obviously you wait till they go to bed, but baths are the best. And the Epsom salt is really gonna help with any aching bones or muscles or anything that's going on. Like I said, with everything spreading and moving and stretching and all of those fun things. So you're definitely gonna want that, especially to go to sleep. The further along we get and the bigger that we get, the harder it is for us to sleep at night. So if you can do something like that, that can calm your body and calm your mind and calm your muscles enough to where your body can fall asleep, it's like the best in the world. All right, now talking about bath, body, all of those things. Again, with the exhaustion, you're not gonna wanna take a shower, and you're not gonna be in the mood to put makeup on, and you're not gonna be in the mood to do a lot of things, especially if you have a really bad morning sickness and nausea going on. So get yourself your favorite scrunchies, and if you don't have any, this company sells the cutest ones. Again, I'll link it down below. I also have a code for y'all if you do want to try these out, but you're gonna want a ton of scrunchies. And these will be super handy when the baby comes also, because when the baby starts growing, they start pulling at your hair and that kind of thing. You're gonna want your hair up, unless you have short hair. If you have longer hair, you're gonna be putting your hair up quite a bit. So make sure you get a good dry shampoo and really good scrunchies. I used to use just regular hair ties, but they would break on me all the time because I have kind of thick hair And every time I would put one in, and it would make me so mad because I would already be like super exhausted and tired and ready to just lay down, and one would break and I would have to go rummaging around to find another one. These are not hard to find. They're really big. These don't get lost, you know, in the cabinet. So definitely recommend getting you a couple scrunchies. These are going to come in handy too once you get in the hospital for labor. After you've taken your pictures and things that you want to do and you look all nice, you're going to take this and throw your hair up because you're going to be exhausted. So definitely recommend something like that. Now, moving along with clothing and things like that, your body's going to be changing. You don't need to run out and immediately buy like maternity clothes and nursing stuff because you don't know what your body size is going to be by that time. Now, I will recommend trying to get sports bras or bralettes that obviously are going to be able to grow with you. Obviously, a regular bra size you're probably going to grow out of, but you don't want to go buy the size that's bigger than that because you may grow out of that too, and then you've spent your money on something like that. So these two are my favorite. I don't even know where this one came from, to be honest, but it's my favorite, most comfortable one. Like, there's a tag in here, let me see. Oh, it's Victoria's Secret Yoga. I don't know when they had this brand out, but it was a super long time ago. But this material is super soft and it's so stretchy. So this bralette, sports bra, whatever you want to call it, lasted me all my pregnancies, and from the beginning until even when I was nursing my baby, I was able to wear this. Super comfortable. Now, I think most of us, when we go to sleep, we don't want to wear a bra. You don't want to be restrained, all of those kind of things. But when your boobs are sore and they're getting bigger, it's not really comfortable. So if you have something like this that's growing with you and moving and stretching, it's just feels more, what's the word? You just feel more comfortable. You feel more secure. Your boobs are not going to feel as sore because they're, I hate saying they're pushed in, but they're held in enough to where they're not moving around like crazy, but at the same time, they're not being restricted to where when you get up, you're like, oh my gosh, what was that? That hurt so bad. So definitely recommend a good sports bra, bralette. This is just a bralette. These are super popular, but they are so comfortable, especially if you get this one, I think is from Vici Dolls. It comes with the backside that's super stretchy, so again, it's going to grow with you. There is a little bit of padding in the front right here that you can take out. Yeah, it is removable if you want to take it out, but it's really not thick padding. It's just a little extra. Again, as your boobs are growing, your nipples are also going to be sore. So a little extra padding on the front is nice, just in case you brush up against something like a door or a cabinet or somebody else. It can sting a little bit or hurt a little, so nice to have a little extra protection. The straps are comfy, especially because it does a crisscross in the back. Here, let me pull this up like this. It does the regular straps on both sides and then a crisscross also, and they're adjustable. So those two are my go-tos, especially as your boobs are getting bigger, and who knows what size you're going to go from and to. Because my first child, I was an A, and I went from an A to a 36 double D in like 3 months. It was crazy. So you never know what size you're going to be, so don't try to guess and buy a bra that you're going to end up spending money on and never wearing. Now, moving on to leggings. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my handle here. If you do not, go follow me on Instagram. I talk about this brand of leggings constantly because they are my favorite leggings in the whole world. Whether you're pregnant, whether it's postpartum, whether you just like to work out, it doesn't matter. They have them all. These ones are the newest ones I just bought from them. They were having a big sale, so I grabbed them. The dark gray color, these ones are really cool because they have this little extra detail on the bottom, on the calf, and a little bit up the thigh. It's also cuffed on the bottom. This material is so soft, super stretchy. Like, these are a size small, and to me, when they come in, you're like, how am I gonna fit my body in there? There's no way. But they are so dang stretchy. You are able to do that. And the other thing I love the most is that there is no seam going up your butt. So you're not gonna have a big old wedgie looking thing going on. There's no seam on the back or the front. It's the best. These go right at the belly button. So they're really, really good for compression there, either in the beginning of pregnancy or after you've had the baby postpartum and you want to have a little pressure there, especially if you've had a C-section. It really makes it feel nice and, I don't want to say sucked in, but you know, just held in right there. You feel secure. Now these ones are the maternity ones, and they're definitely my faves. But so this obviously goes up to over the belly, up to probably the bra strap or bra where your bra hits, right under where your bra hits. So you can see they're pretty long. But this part in the front where the belly is, this material is so stretchy. You can even see my hands. It's a lot thinner right there, so it grows with the belly. As your belly gets bigger, and we all have different sizes and we all have different forms, especially if you have more than one baby in there, that's gonna be all over the place. So you want something that's gonna grow with your belly, and it's not gonna constrict it to where you feel like you're being pushed in the gut somewhere and you can't breathe. So the band up top is tight enough to hold them up, but it's not too tight to where it's cutting off the circulation. And then you've got this part, see how stretchy that is? This part is a lot thinner, still supportive, thinner. And then under the belly, they have, it's hard to see because these are black, but if you see them up close, they have like a crisscross fabric going on under the belly, so it holds the belly up and it gives you lots of support. And then the leggings themselves, super soft. These are definitely my ultimate favorite, and I don't get paid to talk about them. I wish I did. I love their stuff. I wish they would just send me like a lifetime supply of leggings. That would be amazing. But they are that good. I love them so much. I have to tell everybody. I have friends that have never been pregnant that have bought these leggings because they like them so much, and I've talked about them so many times. But definitely you need to get you a good pair of leggings, either now that you can grow into at least till your second trimester, or some like that are maternity that you know you can wear the whole pregnancy. Buy a couple pairs because you're probably going to be wearing them every day. But those, the bralettes and the leggings, are your first two investments in clothing that you need to get. Now you can also get something like this that's super cute from Amazon, the Mom Mode sweatshirt. You can get sweatshirts and things like that that you buy an extra size bigger, so you know they're oversized. So as you go, when you're at home lounging around in your leggings and your bralette, you can throw this on and it's going to cover the bump and be comfortable. But again, you don't know what size you're going to be, so even though you wear a medium and you buy a large, you may need a bigger size, and you know, different companies and different sizing, it just all depends. So that's up to y'all. I have done it with some things, especially t-shirts that I know are unisex. I buy a bigger size and I know I can wear it, but sweatshirts are kind of a little bit off, so that's up to y'all. Now the last two things I want to talk about is get yourself, you can get a baby book or just a regular journal, and you're going to want to start by, for one, you can write in the dates, like when you found out you were pregnant, how you felt, that kind of thing. And then you're also going to want to write down like your symptoms and things that are going on and things that pop into your head that you want to ask your doctor, that you can take into the office because you're not going to remember everything, and be able to ask the doctor those questions. But then at the same time, you're kind of keeping a timeline and a little storyline going. So once you have this baby, you already have this filled out. You don't have to go back and think, oh my gosh, I wanted to remember all those things and I didn't write them down, and then all of a sudden try to jam pack, you know, the first week of this baby's life trying to remember everything that happened while you were pregnant. So definitely start now. Get your little notebook. You don't have to write in it every day. You don't have to write everything in there, but just things that pop into your mind that you know you're going to want to remember, or dates of things like the first kick that you felt, or the first ultrasound, or even if you wanted to keep track of your weight throughout the pregnancy, different things like that, or measurements, measure your belly every month or so. Leave those in there. Just all those kinds of things. Trust me, you're going to want that information later on, and you're going to want to look back at it. So definitely get you one of those. And like I said, you don't have to spend a ton of money on like an actual baby book or a bump book, as they call them. You can get just a really cute notebook from Target or Walmart and just start jotting down all of those things. Even maybe paste in some pictures. If you take pictures of your belly, that would be really cute. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is not a must, but it's something that I love to do. So you're going to want to figure out when you want to announce to everybody that you're pregnant. And usually people wait till they're in the second trimester, but you don't have to if you don't want to. That's technically the safe zone is what they call it. But really, you could still have a miscarriage after, you could be in your second trimester or even in your third. It's happened. It's more rare then, but it has happened. So I can't really say that to me. I go by that safe zone because that's all I've known for so long. That's what I've heard so many people talk about. But you could say it. I mean, if you find out when you're 6 weeks pregnant and you want to tell people that next week and announce it to the world, you go right ahead, girl. You're excited about it. Your husband's excited about it. Do it. Now, I think it's super fun to have fun pictures to put up. You can do some with your husband, or you could do some if you have other kids, do some with your kids. I've done both of those. And then recently I did one, well actually I've done it twice. I think with my last child I did it too, where you do a little flat lay photo with a cute little outfit and a letterboard with something cute on it and the ultrasound picture. Those are definitely my favorite. If you need some ideas, check on Pinterest. There's tons of ideas on there, or even on my Instagram. I have 2 of them on there, or 3 of them I think. So this time around, what I did, because I don't know the gender yet, obviously it's very early on in my pregnancy, I got this really cute vanilla neutral newborn footy pajama that I will probably bring my baby home in. And then I also got a Ryan and Rose Pat Pat, which is the binky, and their cutie clip. And again, it's a neutral color because I don't know what gender is, but I do love these colors anyways, so whether I had a boy or a girl, I would definitely put them in this. This is from the brand Spearmint Baby. I love this material. I bought a lot of these things for my daughter when she was younger. I still buy them. I don't know why I'm saying while she was younger. I still buy them all the time. But I just love the material, and I love the colors and the patterns. So like I said, you could wait till you find out the gender and pick out different colors and stuff like that, or you could do it like me and just do white or cream or tan. They even have really cute onesies with little sayings on it that are gender neutral, so it wouldn't matter. You could use something like that. But start thinking about that, jot down, in your little notebook, jot down some things, some ideas from Pinterest or from friends. Give yourself a little list of things that you want to get to make this photo, and maybe what you want to say to everybody. But just, that's the fun part of it, like, of course we got all these other things we have to do and the yucky stuff like morning sickness and constipation, but there's a lot of fun parts of pregnancy, like the clothes and the bump pictures and baby clothes and announcement photos and gender reveals and all of those things. So have fun with it, take your time, try to take as many pictures and videos as you can. Again, jot down as many things, whether it's in your phone or a notebook, and take it all in, because it will go by really fast. You may feel like you've been in your first trimester forever and you're ready to be out of it. Trust me, I've been there. But you don't realize how quickly that time goes until that baby is in your arms in the hospital and you think, I just found out I was pregnant. What happened? So just don't forget to slow down some days and look around and breathe and just take some mental photos and pictures and remember these moments and cherish them. Yeah, so that is my essentials, I guess, for the first trimester and pregnancy. If y'all have any questions about anything that I was talking about, feel free to send me a comment or anything. I will definitely be there to answer any questions that you need if this is your first. Now, if you're like me and you've had multiple kids, then you understand. And maybe I talked about something new that you haven't tried yet. Let me know. I've probably need to try some new things too. Maybe you know something that I haven't tried yet. We can swap stories. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.